Freedom Birds. All right, so I'm gonna tell you my my experience of when your sun sign is opposite of your north node. Um, my experience, like my sun and my Mercury is in Taurus, to or cusp Taurus. So uh, so I'm an Aries Taurus cusp. I'm on the Aries cusp Taurus side, not Taurus Aries cusp, and I had to understand, like, it's a challenging aspect because, like, you have to be intentional about it. Like, what that means is you have to be you have to intentionally learn the other side. And what that means is, like, for instance, very simple. When it comes to money, right? I have to understand survival over pleasure. And what that means is, I actually have to schedule my pleasures and not over binge, or don't be in such survival mode that you don't um, learn pleasure. But I have to really balance or go deeply into survival mode and knowing what fuels my survival and focus on that first, almost to the point where the faster I give up pleasure, the more successful I will be. Like, for instance, when it comes to spending money, I can easily go into pleasure of, I want this food, I want that food, I want to go out to eat. And you know what's crazy? My spirit always says every time you spend money, you derail yourself from your goal. Because if you get comfortable in your pleasures, if you get comfortable in your pleasures of Taurus, you can lose sight of the desire, which is Scorpio. Desire is ruled by Scorpio. So, because you're so comfortable in your pleasures, and it's almost like you gotta be okay with your pleasures, but not be comfortable in it. Um, you almost gotta feel your desire first, pleasure after. Um, and if you don't feed your desires, like your actual goals and goals goals and where you want to be, you can easily get into this mode where you're comfortable in your bed, you want to be lazy, you want to be, like, that's Taurus stuff, lazy, comfortable, not taking your time, instead of having, like, desire. And that's one thing I've learned, that when I was at work, they was always when I was in retail, they was always encouraging me, I need to have a sense of urgency. Scorpios have a certain sense of urgency. They're very impulsive. They move quickly. They're on a mission, well, at least a higher version of themselves. They're always going after something. They're taking advantage of time. They're understanding the root of transformation, that they only have a certain time limit. And every season is not forever. The Taurus can be stubbornly thinking, uh, uh, this is forever, and it's not. Um, and that's the thing I'm understanding, like, every, like, of instance, I'm living in one of my friend's houses, and she makes me realize the Scorpion understanding of, like, everything has a timing. So when I'm not where I want to be by the time like she leaves the house, it's because I was too in my Taurus mode of being comfortable in my pleasures instead of going after my desires every single day. And, like, today's the week of obsession for me. Like, I'm gonna do 7 days of obsession and really, like, go after my desires and not pleasure my company. That doesn't mean, again, you can't go out to eat, you can't have nice things, but if you get so caught up in the material things, you slow down. You stop going after what you want, what you desire. And sometimes you gotta focus on your goals, like, almost early in the morning for me, and just, like, keep going after your desires. and not the material thing. Because the material plane, again, because material is ruled by Taurus, because Tauruses are ruled by pleasure and comfort. So they do everything to get to a place of comfort. And the Scorpio is not about that. The Scorpio is always about the next desire. So, and that's one thing I have to transition into with my Taurus and Mercury, is not be doing things for the comfort, but be doing things for the sheer desire. You feel what I'm saying? Because if I do things just for the pleasure for too long, it pushes me backwards. So you gotta have a cognizant. I would even say go Google or study the opposite sign, and really, especially if that's your North Node, you gotta cognitively go into that zone. Because if you don't, you're gonna be set in your ways of either your Mercury. Like for me, my Mercury in Taurus was comfortable with my pleasures, or I'm gonna be comfortable. Like I've been being pushed towards obsession for a little bit, and I haven't been doing it. And now I understand, because it said that's my North Node, and yeah, you got to be cognitive about it.